My name is Christian Mena. Today I am going to talk to you about article the younger adults are less likely to be vaccinated than their elders. The new student for the CDC says. Publicado en New York Times in June 2021. Younger Americans are less likely to be vaccinated than their elders, and factors such as income and education can affect vaccination hesitancy, according to two new studies for the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. By May 22, 57% for adults have received at least one dose of vaccine, the author of the new article found. But their rate varied considerably. But age, among 65 and older, 80% had been at least partially vaccinated, compared with 28% 2000 between the age of 18 and 29. Part of the gap in rate could be attributed to the fact too many young adults were not eligible for vaccination until March and April, but uptake has also been slower among younger Americans, and a substantial portion of them remain hesitant. Is vaccination initial rated holder stated by the end of August, only 58% of 18 to 29 years old we have been vaccinated, compared with 95% of those 65 and older they found receipts. Vaccination rate lagged for young men, people living in rural countries, and people living in countries where a large portion of the population was low income, insured, or did not have access to a computer or internet. In a second study, 25% of respondents aged 18 to 29 said the probability of definitely would not get vaccinated. Those were very young back, low income, lacked health insurance, life outside of metropolitan areas, or had low levels of education, were less likely to report that they were vaccinated or say that they definitely planned to get vaccinated. Studio highlight remain obstacle to improvisation vaccinate covers with 2 weeks until President Biden self-improvised July 4 deadline for 70% of adults to get at least partially vaccinated. In recent weekends, and the demands for vaccinate has slowed it. Its administration has shifted its focus away from mass vaccination sites and adopting more specific strategies, including the creation for mobile or pop-up vaccination clinics and vaccinate events on site at Black Owa Barbers. The USA Vaccinate campaign began on December 14, 2020. Health care workers, adults over 75 years of age, and members of other high-risk groups were generally the first to be eligible. Although vaccination varied from state to state, by April 19, all adults were eligible for vaccinate. Using vaccination data submitted by state, a team of CDC research analyzed vaccinated partners in various demographic groups. They also calculate the percent of people in age group who received their first dose during a given week. This vaccinate initiation rate was highest for adults 65 and older, peaking during the week of February 7, when 8% of adults in the group received the first dose.